All right. I guess I'm back. Return to the welcome of real story time with your boy R. Will. And so this is dedicated to my cousin Oogie Man. You know, me and him had hung out so many times during the 70s, and it was great. But then he got into this life of criminal activity. And so, like in the early to mid 80s, he started going to like the kids' jail, like Hillcrest. He was up there. And then, he came out. My mother was like, take him to the Run DMC concert with you. It was like Run DMC, Ice T, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Dougie Fresh was there doing this little thing where he was like doing disappearing acts and shit. So me and him went down there, but I told my mother before we went down there, I said I don't want to hang with him. He's a criminal. Cause he already been in jail. I don't even know what the I do know what the fuck he had been doing. He was doing all this like ruthless shit. He was ruthless before like Ruthless Records. Nigga was ruthless. Throwing rocks through bus windows, hitting old ladies in their heads and shit. Doing shit like that. And so he came and she had the tickets to the Run DMC concert. And so me and Oogie Man, my sister, and I don't think we took my little brother Double T, Tom Tom. They used to call Tom Tom. His name was Tom, but they called him Tom Tom because you had to call the nigga twice. It'd be like, Tom, Tom. And he took it. So I'm like, my name's Tom Tom. And so we went down there and we had a great time. I was like, I really like this dude, And so we went down there. We had a great time. And I was like, man, I'm fucking with him. I'm really fucking with him. But he used to get mad, or I just know this now. He was like super mad that the bitches were choosing me and not him. And he wasn't the most handsome guy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He grew up to be a very handsome man and very cool. One day we went out in like the late 90s, maybe early 2000s, and the bitch was like, if it ain't Peabo Bryson and R. Kelly. And I was like, who's Peabo Bryson? And they was like, you. If you don't know who Peabo Bryson is, Google that nigga. And I kind of do look like him. But I was like, damn. And then he started hitting me with all the Peabo facts. Like, Peabo took Sugar Ray Leonard's wife. Like, how do you know so much about Peabo? This is real shit. I'm not even lying to you. And so I started telling these stories. And then he got mad. I don't think this. I know this. He got mad because he thought I was going to tell this story that I'm telling now. That, it was like these fat ass twins and the skinny dude. And they were about to like beat him up at the park and shit. And then I was like, that's my little cousin. You're not going to beat his ass right now. And so I stood up for him, and then this nigga ran, and I absorbed all the ass whooping. Then this nigga ran off. He went back to my mama's house, and I was like, why'd you leave me? I busted in. He's eating like a bowl of kicks watching like Three's Company or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. The Smurfs, some shit. And I'm like, why'd you leave me? And he's just eating the cereal, hella sugary, drinking Flavor Aid again. And and he was like, he never told me. So he just left. And then later on, when I told him I'm going to tell a story, the nigga got mad at me. He said, "You're saying I was just a punk?" I said, "No, I never even said you were a punk. I never said that shit. You felt that shit." And I guess he did. Because when I was down in Cincinnati, like recently, like, 6 months ago or something, he says, "Man, I need like $400. Can you got it for me?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Why you need it?" He said, "I want to get some fresh shit." I said, "Get your fresh shit." And then it's like he started an argument with me so he didn't have to pay me back. He's been going to jail and all this shit since we were kids. And so I gave him the shit, and then he felt some type of way about it. And I was like, I didn't say that. That's how you felt about that shit. I've never said this shit. And he says, "Let's say I do owe you this money. If you want this money, you come down and take it from me." And I'm like, he boxes. He's good. He knocks niggas out. He wasn't knocking niggas out when I was sticking up for him. He wasn't knocking niggas out then. But he knocks niggas out now. And I was like, man, I don't trip out $400. I get that in a day. I'm not even tripping about that. I'll take you to Judge Joe Mathis. And I'll go to Judge Joe Mathis before anything like that. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 50 years old. And so he came to me like that. He said, "If I do owe you this money, come and take it." So I sent him a screenshot about it where he said he was going to pay me back. And then he blocked me on Facebook, right? This is real shit. I'm just talking to you real shit. His mama called me since I've been on this island. She said, "Yeah, he was so happy you gave him the money. And, when we went out to get the weed, you bought the 40. We usually buy the 20. And you done that. And you don't even smoke that much." I said, "No, I don't. But it's my family." But motherfuckers will fuck you over for like $10. You know what I'm saying? This is how the game goes these days. They will fuck you over. People will burn a bridge for $10. And, $400 is nothing. I just sent a bride $500 just out of nowhere. Like, take it. Thank you for your time. Your time is worth something. It's real story time. It is so fucked up. And this is me talking to y'all right now. I don't even know where the camera shit is at. But this is me talking to y'all. I will never give another motherfucker money in my life. Because they're fucking me over. They're burning bridges for this bullshit.